What's up, everybody? Washington here, back with another figure to review. Today we're going to be reviewing Wolverine from Marvel Legends, figure released by Hasbro, and it's from Marvel's 80-year anniversary. And um, well, many people are calling him Cowboy Wolverine or Logan Cowboy. Um, but I picked this guy up, and he was like, well, like really cool. I like this one. Um, Obviously I picked up their Wolverine figures, but the one thing I did like about him is the different texture, and like I like the box, the brown letters of Wolverine in the front. It doesn't say anything else. It's just Wolverine. The side of the box, there's a picture of him right there with his cowboy hat and his claws sticked out. Same thing on the other side. It's the same image. Uh, well, in the front is Wolverine and Hasbro's. On the top part is the symbol of X-Men. Where you saw the Marvel's 80 years. And on the side is the warnings and choking hazards. The bottom part is another barcode and licensing. And at last, in the back, again, attention and warnings and license. And for those of you guys who want to read that, feel free to do it. Right there's a picture of the figure of Wolverine or Logan. So it's right there. Wolverine is a nearly indestructible mutant with a gruff attitude and the formidable fighting skills to back it up. And yeah, the rest of it's a different language. So if you guys want to pause that and read that, feel free to do it. I'm gonna get this guy open so we can have a look at it. Alright, here we have the figure, and start off with measurement tape. And if you want to measure him from his head stands about 6 inches, but from the top of his head measures up right about 6.5, makes him like 17 centimeters. This is Cowboy Wolverine. Um, he's he's the not the Hugh Jackman Wolverine that we recently reviewed. That we They released a couple of I think months ago. They released a Hugh Jackman Wolverine. This one's the Wolverine from the comics, and I must admit that Wolverine, he's been one of my favorite characters of Marvel, and well, when it comes to Marvel, Wolverine has always been one of my favorite characters. Just like when it comes to DC, we all think about Batman, we all think about Superman, and just other characters. And for Marvel, uh, to me, Wolverine has always been one of my top favorite characters. And I also must admit that the what made me a Wolverine fan was always um, the Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, because I've been watching X-Men, and we all remember X-Men from like um, the 2000, the year 2000, when the first X-Men movie came out, with starting off with Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen. Um, those were the real X-Men that made me an X-Men fan and also a Wolverine fan. And I've been following them since, with his movies and also in comics. And this Wolverine, picking up this figure is really cool, really detailed. I like how they gave him the black tank top instead of the white. They managed to put little details on the you see some hair sticking up in his upper chest here, and also on the arms too. They managed to get a little close it up right there. Yeah, he's got Wolverine. He's a hairy dude. He's got some. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, he's got some hair on the top, sticking out through his tank top there. Hair's also on his arm, going all the way to his forearm. There's nothing in the wrist. It looks like where the wrist starts is where there's nothing there. I like this buckle belt, golden buckle belt right there. It's nice and shiny plastic there. I like this jeans and then his boots. Nice. Also the back side too, and I like the hair too. And the only problem is probably the hat. Um, One thing right there on the tip of it's like a bit scratched off. I don't know if like during the painting they must have like peeled that off or when they were boxing it. I think. Um, I mean that's what mine came with. Just a little tip peeled off right here. Um, I can probably fix that, and also the hat. You know, for those of you guys who don't know, the cowboy hats they usually have the front side of the hat is like more narrowed like this than the back side. The front side is supposed to be more narrowed. I don't know, can you see just a little bit in the box right here? There, you see that? The front side. And for the figure it appears to be more, well, exactly the same as the back side. I mean, if the hat was removable, it would probably just look the same. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's something that Marvel didn't. I mean, Hasbro didn't care to do this little detailed. Speaking of details, I also like the face, the hairs, you know, the and also that smirk that he has on his face. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, he's got that smirk on his face. It's a really nice figure. And for accessories, you know, he comes with two extra pair of hands, which you know these would count as the retractable like claws, you know, so that way you can. He came with his claw hands. This is a really soft plastic that the middle claw is kind of like bending to the towards the next claw to the right claw, trying to fix that. And yeah, there's no the other ones from his right hand seems to be straightened. Mine came like this. Yeah, I've been trying to bend it back to his side, but yeah, it keeps going the other side. But anyways, speaking of accessories, we already set the hand. We also come with the an extra pair of hand. It's the of him, you know. We get a little bit more aggressive look, screaming look. We get to see his hair combed back, and then his 2 points sticking up like we normally see on Wolverine. Um, and there's a big peg hole that's gonna be going on the peg ball there. Um, we also get um, the Miramasa sword. We got the Miramasa sword, also an accessory, one of his the last accessory that we have, and it's the Miramasa. It's about 4 inches long. Turns out to be 10 centimeters, and it's almost as big as the Wolverine. Um, the Miramasa sword is a sword that appeared in the comics. It was a special sword that was used that Wolverine used on Sabretooth to put him down. I think he cut his head off with it. And it's also what makes this sword so special is that this sword, it's also well, they say it's indestructible and it can be used on other mutants, like stop them from their healing factor for Wolverine, which same thing it was used for Sabretooth. So this is also it's very deadly for Wolverine himself. So swapping up his head, you can also swapping up his both hands. You can also switch them for him to holding the sword, and because yeah, the claw hands are actually two fists that are closed, so he can't hold anything with it. I mean, the he already has the claws there, so those are his weapon. And without his claws, he uses the uh, Miramasa sword, and looks really nice. Just well, the only problem is that, well, he can't have him swinging it. I mean, he doesn't have any butterfly joints, so yeah, that's the only problem with the figure. But he does hold it really well, no problem holding it. I mean, he can hold it with one hand, probably swing with it, and but usually he swing it with he hold it with two hands because it's a Japanese sword. Japanese swords hold with two hands, and yeah, it's a really nice accessory that Hasbro gave us for this Wolverine character. I really like his cowboy hat. I like how his the tank top too makes him look like a tough guy, and like the smirk on him. Um, yeah, it's a really nice figure. The only problem with the tip of it, it's a little scratched off. And well, the hat, it's not as narrow as it should be. Well, swapping up there was no problem at all. Now you see him with a more aggressive, more vicious look, with him, screaming, and then with his claws tracked out, sticked out. Um, you can have so many posting abilities. I try fixing the left side of his claw, the middle part, and it keeps going to the other side, and it's a little frustrating. But yeah, um, yeah, it's a really nice figure, and yeah, to be honest, I like more the one with the cowboy hat. We there's a lot of Wolverines that you can swap out the head with. I don't have them right now in the moment, but they do fit in well. Some of them the heads may be a little smaller than for this figure, but this one, this Wolverine is one of my favorites. I liked it. I like the fact how they gave us some accessories, some extra pair of hands. They gave us a swapping head. They even gave us a sword, the Miramasa sword. For just $20, I picked this up at this local store for collectors. The store is called Think Geek, and I picked this guy up in $20, and it's really awesome. I really like it. Um, it's a really nice figure, and yeah, for articulations, we already know that the head is on the ball joint, so he can look up like a really good range. That's really nice. He can also look down a very low range, and he can also turn left. He can turn right. Obviously, he can turn it all the way back like the Exorcist, but yeah. And he can also tilt back to the sides just a little bit. The ball joints on the shoulders you can extend really well, like around 90 degrees. They can obviously turn all the way around, both arms. And he also has that swivel on the bicep. You can see he has that double articulation on the elbows. We already know that the wrists, they can swivel and hinge as well. And he also has an ab crunch. You can probably hear the little snap there. The figure has a little ab crunch right there, and yeah, he's a really nice figure. He also has a swivel on the waist, and he also has a wall joint on the legs. He can extend about this much. He can also lift up. And finally, I have a figure that has a swivel on the thighs there, the upper thighs. He has a swivel. Nice. He has double articulation on the knees. He has a pivot ankle. And you can also swivel and hitch up and down. Really nice. For just $20, this Wolverine. I picked this up for $20, and he has accessories, and he also has he's really well articulated. I really just can't complain that much, you know. Maybe for the details, you know, little smaller details that need to be fixed, especially like this claw. I can probably fix this myself, and obviously the hat, you know, was a little scraped off there, but that's just mine that came this way. You know, I can't really speak for all the figures that everybody has bought. But yeah, this Wolverine is one of my favorites. Is one of the and Wolverine, you know, has always been my favorite character for Marvel. Yeah, and yeah, today March the 3rd of March. It's the fourth anniversary of Logan, the last movie that Hugh Jackman did as Wolverine, and so sad to know that he's done with the character. I mean, that's what it was saying, but I really wish that I would like to see him come back again, like play Wolverine one more time, maybe in the X Force or maybe in the New Mutant movie or New X-Men movie, make a little cameo there, maybe appearance, or maybe come out in Deadpool 3. That would be great. That would be awesome. I know how Ryan Reynolds has been teasing us with that. But yeah, I really would love to see Hugh Jackman come back as Wolverine. I know you Wolverine fans feel the same too. Yeah. Another Wolverine figure that I picked up was one of the Old Man Logan. You can also swap his head out. And he's also a figure that I'm going to be reviewing soon, so stay tuned for that. So, so yeah, here we have him with two other Wolverines. Um, Here we have him with the old man, his right side, you see him with Old Man Logan, and then on his left side, you see him with a classic Wolverine with his yellow and blue suit. Here you see him with two 7-inch DC figures from Mattel, two 7-inch DBZ figures from Dragon Stars, two 9-inch Cinemorphs from NECA, and of course two 8-inch figure Predators from NECA. So yeah, this was the Wolverines, Cowboy Wolverine from Marvel Legends figure released by Hasbro. Let me know what you guys think of this figure. Do you guys like it? Did you enjoy it? Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy it, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and share it with your friends. And I'll be reviewing more figures from Marvel, from DC, and NECA. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.